nothing and continue driving like nothing is going on.
All right, yeah. You keep driving for a while. That icon's still visible in AR.
I haven't done anything illegal.
Okay,
I will
then.
continue.
You're just going to drive to the meet.
Well, I'm going to park my car in. Where is the nearest? Like, I don't know what it's called. It's the Starbucks equivalent of Shadowrun.
Soy bucks. Yeah, there's a soy bucks a block and a half away.
I will park my car nearby, like at the nearest like parking. Pay the fucking whatever's there for parking fee, and I will go into the soy box and I will sit down and have a nice, warm, refreshing soy calf.
You do so. Nothing happens.
And once I'm done with that, then I will go to the meet.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay then.
All right.
Sorry, I can barely hear you. What were you trying to say?
No, I was just wondering if the icon was still there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Still there. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't bring surveillance to the meet, please.
Well, you can't tell them that because you haven't met each other yet.
So after the soy calf, is it still there?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Still floating around in AR.
Do you know how tags work in the 6th Age?
I will ask out of character. I will. Can I ask the audience?
Well, no. So if you need out-of-character explanations, then I'll give it to you. So in Shadowrun, there are items called tags. They are small electronic devices with wireless capability. They come down to, smaller than a thumbnail, then like just a millimeter by a millimeter square for some of the tiniest ones. And these are littered everywhere. They're in your Soybucks cup. For example, you can look up the IP address of your Soybucks cup on the Matrix, and it'll be like Venti Soybucks cup registered to like this name, and like please buy Soybucks today, special offer, click here, sort of thing. But the icon for the that you've got floating around near you somewhere is an icon of a camera belonging to the city of Seattle, and it says City of Seattle Surveillance. So yeah, you don't know where that icon leads to, but the fact that it's still within your AR after this much driving indicates that it's probably on your vehicle, as you can't see the icons of devices more than 100 meters away without specifically going and looking them up.
But it is not on my person.
You don't know that.
Is the soy box more than 100 meters away from my vehicle?
No, you parked very close to the soy box.
Then I will walk around the block.
So you're going to try and walk like more than 100 meters away from your car.
Exactly. And if it's still there, then I have a problem.
Yeah, so the icon, blips out of existence when you get, a ways away down the block, and as you come back up the other side, it blips back into existence in your AR.
So it is on my car, so since the meet is 1.5 blocks away, I should be fine.
Yeah, sure.
That's how I see it, at least. No need to do some tag eraser things in the middle of downtown. That would send the wrong message. I will leave that for later, unless anyone here wants to tell me that is an absolutely retarded idea.
No, you found a smart way to avoid it.
Yeah, sure. So Vera, you have a medium lifestyle, high lifestyle. Vera.
Silith?
Yes, sorry.
You have a high lifestyle, don't you?
Yes, and she lives downtown.
Yeah, good. Yeah, can you just throw a threshold 1 check, please?
Suppose my street specialization probably doesn't come into play here.
Not
Watch me glitch.
particularly, no. And how are you getting to the meet?
What was that?
How are you getting to the meet? What mode of transport are you taking?
All right, she's got a Mercury Comet.
Very nice. Good to know. You make it to the meet without, anything particularly interesting happening to you. Finally, Hong Kong Cannon.
I did change my name to Lithium.
Oh, sorry, Lithium. Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, I forgot to change it after last transfer.
Otherwise, I would have knocked up the threshold by 1 point for being an orc.
Sadly, if I was an orc, I wouldn't have had to buy a AK-97. Anyways.
Yeah, so you have a medium lifestyle, correct?
Indeed, and I live in Lithium lives in downtown.
Yeah, can you just throw a real quick threshold 2 check for etiquette then?
Does it count as for the purpose of antipathy?
Sorry, you're breaking up. Just say that again.
Does it count as opposed for antipathy?
No, it is a static threshold 2.
Oh, well, yeah, I did.
That's 2 hits. That's completely fine.
I
Right.
forgot to grade in the 5s.
Yes. The meet is at this small karaoke bar that those of you who know anything about the Yakuza know that this isn't the usual karaoke bar place, and that you didn't even know this place was attached to the Yakuza. In fact, you're just told to rent a booth and be there at 8 PM at night. The time, it gets quite close to the time. You all arrive with your varying personal levels of paranoia for scoping out meet locations, accompany that. So you guys get to this karaoke bar. It's a very little hole-in-the-wall style karaoke bar. It's actually quite quiet. And it's so hole-in-the-wall that beside the door is a terminal, and you have to buy your booth with a cred stick and a terminal interface. There's no even public bar area, it's just this door and a corridor of, karaoke booths.
Amazing.
What's more, it's closed and empty. In fact, it looks like it's currently undergoing refurbishment. There's plastic drop cloths, drop sheets, some power tools around. There's a bunch of, plaster dust. There's a couple of exposed wires and pipes sticking out of things with duct tape over the ends, keep them safe. So, yeah. How do each of you react to this as you attempt to buy a booth and, within a couple of minutes either side of the meet time, it will allow you to buy a booth. Trying earlier results in failure.
And the thing for one is pretty much not going to raise an eyebrow at it. It would make sense that they would have got an exception to allow booths to be bought during this time if they were, planning for it. So it would be fitting for the occasion.
Same.
Especially if they were in fact owners of the place. Or if they had a competent decker.
Alright. So is anybody going to take any actions, or shall we just move to you're all in the booth?
Lola's gonna rock up, and a little bit early, like most Shadowrunners do, and not be able to buy a booth, and then she's gonna see everyone else show up, and she's gonna say to these people who all shown up around 8 as she buys a booth for obviously this group of strange people who are obviously Shadowrunners. We're all here on the same job, right?
I don't know. I don't know. You tell me.
I think we can cut the crap, El Nino. I don't think there's many reasons for people to be here at this specific time in this closed karaoke bar. I'm Lola. I handle the Matrix and I handle people.
I bet
Yeah.
you're going to get a raised eyebrow as Lithium speaks up. I believe this is somewhat bothersome. I believed I would be hired for this Matrix work. But I suppose it is acceptable to have a partner.
Now, girls, you're both pretty.
The irony being that they are both girls.
Yes, it's true. Lola is in fact
Man,
a lady.
sarcastic then.
And all goes to this person who just spoke it up in a sassy manner and goes, "Oh, and who are you?"
Call me Vera.
So,
Suppose I handle some things in the meat. Can handle people as well.
Call me Booker.
Good to know.
And if you ever call me El Nino again, don't.
Also good to know.
so Lola, if you're the people person, do you need like a party favor? I'd say like doing air quotes. That being Novacoke out of character.
So did someone just offer Lola Novacoke?
Alright, good.
No, sorry. Did someone just offer Lola Novacoke?
I believe they did. I believe they did. Yes, they definitely did.
She gives them a fucking look like they're just scum. Like they're a beetle beneath her shoes. Like they have just desecrated the graves of her ancestors. That's the look she gives them. And then she like turns around and walks off towards the booth that has been now hired for the group.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn.
So
Booker's gonna turn to Lithium, and he's just gonna say, "I think you rattled the queen bee over there."
No response.
right.
Turkish will just shrug and head into the booth.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Right, that was.
Hey, recovering drug addict. Would you like some drugs?
I mean, Turkish is all about the drugs.
Okay, so you guys head into the booth. There's a small terminal for selecting songs, a speaker system, microphone, small tables, a automatic bar drone thing, and you guys start sitting. You have to wait about 15, 20 minutes past the designated meet time before anything happens.
I'm gonna get a beer.
Sure.
In the interim, Turkish will take some psych.
Cool. I'm going to need a list of all drugs everybody takes PM to me at the end of the run. Anyway, yeah, so about 20 minutes later, you hear the doors open again. In walks a small but broad Japanese man of middle age, accompanied by two younger but broad Japanese men. The oldest one says, "I'm Mr. Tanaka. Sit down, let's talk."
Nice to meet you, Tanaka-san. I understand you have some work for us.
Yes, right. Well, there is a international operative, heliwr, in town. We assume it's a man, but that could be sketchy. We're pretty sure he's a man. We're also pretty sure he's based out of Wales. And he's killed 5 of our mid-level associates in the past 3 days. Now, this is quite simple. Anybody who wants to take him on, we'll take. We grabbed all of you. There may be some overlap in your skill sets. We don't care. The point is that we need this person and their interest in our organization to cease. Run them out of town. Kill them. Find out whatever they're after and handle that objective. I don't care. The point is that we want you to stop our group suffering more unreasonable losses to this operator. And we have 100,000 yen for you to do this. In fact, if you take this contract, we'll give you half of it right now.
Pardon me for seeming slightly inconsiderate, but please let us discuss amongst ourselves for
Of
now.
course, sure. Talk freely.
Should probably set up a DNI then.
Yes,